What's up, Nomies? Today I'm going to show you everything that I'm eating 6 weeks out for my next bodybuilding competition, including this massive pre-workout brunch, but first, we got to earn it. So I started the day as I have for 205 days now. I brushed my teeth, pulled out my scale to weigh myself, and immediately felt disrespected by the weigh-in, fed the hungry pups, this is Millie and Poppy by the way, and then finally filled my water bottle with creatine and electrolytes so I can get through the next 45 minutes of walking. This is how I achieve the 13.5K steps needed each day to help me lose weight. Now typically I would be having 5 meals a day that consists of my overnight oats for breakfast, sweet potato and beef bowl for lunch that also function as my pre-workout meal, a post-workout shake or creamy, burger and fries for dinner, and finally another creamy for dessert. Now it's finally time to eat, and today I'm going to be mixing it up and I'm going to show you guys how I go about flexible dieting. I woke up this morning without a plan and thought a big brunch would feel nice. So I combine my breakfast and my lunch calories to make one massive meal in hopes of having an insane pool day later. So this meal consists of 2 eggs, 150 grams of egg whites mixed into our pancake mix from Rise, as well as some regular pancake mix, 5 pieces of Canadian bacon, and finally topped with 32 grams of peanut butter and 70 grams of blueberries. You guys didn't see that, but the puppies sure did, so I let them hoover them bloobs up. Now because lunch isn't going to happen today, I need to close the eating window a bit. So this meal is actually taking place about an hour and a half later than I typically would eat my breakfast. So needless to say, let's get to grubbing. And you might find this wild, but even with this full plate in front of me, I still decided to go grab the pancake batter bowl to lick clean. But can you blame me? Now some of you may be thinking, Q, why would you spend 1,000 of your 2,000 calories today on one singular meal? So I just want you guys to remember that this is not something that I do every day. 5 or 6 days out of the week, I'm eating the exact same thing just to make things easy. But as I go through this prep, I obviously do need some variety on some level, and so doing this once or twice a week definitely helps me kind of break up the monotony. Now if I'd eaten at 9:30 a.m. like I usually do, then I'd probably be starving by lunchtime. So pushing the first meal off another hour and a half is definitely gonna help me manage the hunger later on. And one other thing that I really want to note is that typically speaking, you wouldn't want to get 80 to 100 grams of protein in one singular meal. Ideally, when you're in a cut like this, especially towards the end, you're going to want to separate the protein very adequately throughout the day. But as we know, the daily total is what really matters. Now, fortunately for me, I beat the rain this morning, but it is pouring now. So we're going to hang out with the pups for a little bit, get some work done at my desk while I let this food digest a little bit, and then we'll go and hit our pool day at the gym. One of my biggest tips for pool day is to use some lifting straps. Your forearms will never be as strong as your back, and these will definitely help you isolate what you're actually trying to train. As we head into the second motion, you'll notice I spend some time up front getting the seat to the correct height and ensuring that I'll get a full stretch from the chest support position. And yet, it still needed some adjusting. Super important that you match the machine to you versus just hopping on and getting to it. put a lot of emphasis on my low lats the last year or so because I want them to grow. So I've been loving this single arm row because I can really focus on tucking my elbow in closely to my side and forcing my elbow as low as possible to the ground, almost as if I'm dragging it across the ground. If you want something to actively grow, you gotta put the effort there. As for cardio, I just increased to 25 from 15 minutes post-workout a couple days ago. This is going to help me make a small push over the next 2 weeks to be ready 4 weeks prior to stepping on stage. But be sure that you're not grabbing the top of the treadmill or leaning back. You're just taking away from the overall effectiveness and wasting time. But with that being said, one of the most important things I did earlier is pack my post-workout shake so I can get through this cardio and sauna session. Workout's all finished up and I'm kind of pooped. So what I didn't tell you guys earlier is that this is only my 3rd day on 2,000 calories and I'm feeling it. This isn't even as low as I got on my last prep, and I don't foresee going any lower than this, but obviously it is the lowest that I've been so far. And because I spent most of this prep on 2,450 calories, 2,000 seems pretty drastic now. So I'm gonna head home, shower up, and then I'll see you guys for dinner. Now, like I said earlier, I've had my goat jelly burger a lot, almost every day for about 200 days now, but today's all about variety. So I showered up, picked out a nice new Young LA Fit, and started preparing dinner. Me and Ken's were filling some pizza, so I started with this lavash bread because 2 fits so well in my air fryer. Damn, they don't fit.
Told ya.
Or maybe not. Next, I slathered on some pizza sauce and tried to make a cool spread clip, but failed. And then added our mozzarella cheese that clearly wasn't enough, but hey, it fit the macros. Next, I added some of our absolutely delicious poppy sauce chicken from Hummus Fit and some banana peppers for flavor. And the only thing left to do was season her up and toss her in the air fryer for about 15 minutes. This thing came out perfect, but I decided to fold it over to make it easier to eat and slice it up to make room for our veggies, of course. I did need a bit more carbs, so I chose to eat a bit of blueberries on the side and couldn't forget about our diet soda as well. And some of you may could guess this, but I chose to eat this while watching someone else eat something similar, but probably 20 times bigger. That was absolutely delicious. I haven't had anything that's like pizza style probably this whole cut, I think, so it's nice to use the Hummus Fit chicken. If you guys notice, the broccoli was the first veggie that I had all day long, and usually I don't do that. When you're on a cut like this, as the calories get lower, of course, the fiber from the vegetables actually really help keep you satiated. Ken's and I have been wanting some pizza for a while now, and so it's nice to get some type of pizza vibe from it. So we've got just 1 meal left, and I kind of already got a plan for what I want to do, but you guys will see shortly. As you guys know, the Ninja Creamies have been a game changer on this cut. It's probably one of the best $200 that I've ever spent in my life. I've used that machine almost every night for like going on 2 years now, and it still hasn't broken on me. I like having the daily variety with the creamy because I can change the way that whole thing tastes by just changing the mix-in or the protein. And if you'd like to support the channel, one of the best ways that you can do that is to use code QP on Rise, Young LA, or Hummus Fit. That obviously helps me and saves you guys some money as well. It really is appreciated every time someone tells me that they use my code, because you're choosing to do that, and there's 100 other people that you could support, but you're choosing to use mine. So I've got all my steps in for the day, so I'm gonna chill out, watch some TV, and then I'll see you guys for the last meal. You got grass in your mouth? Good catch, puppy. So obviously I wasted no time finishing that up. Basically, I think about food 24/7 right now, but I know that there's an end goal. It's not forever. And so I try to remind myself that the food's gonna be there tomorrow, it's gonna be there next week, and it's gonna be there next month. I can do anything on this planet for 6 more weeks. But if you made it up to this point in the video, I've also been having trouble with my posing routine. If you guys have any song recommendations, make sure to let me know down in the comments. So the last meal usually goes down about 9:30, so my eating window is typically about 12 hours. Today, the eating window only ended up being 10 hours. So that was a pretty good look at what flexible dieting looks like for me, even though I only utilize it once or twice a week. As I get deeper into prep of the last few weeks, these will start to be few and far between, but I'll enjoy them while I can. But that's gonna be a wrap on today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe for the bodybuilding journey. We've got show day coming in just 6 weeks. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hugs and kisses. Peace out.